This is the week 6 team builder. Yes. Yeah. In week 6, we are playing. Well, I guess it's me and the team. Anyway, the team. We. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm playing the Crystal Palace Crawdaunts, coached by Tachyon, which is, as you can see, Side Spam team. They have Mega Gallade, Tapu Lele, Terra Tinglu, Empoleon, Tangrowth, Bronzong, Killer Wattrel, Terra Delphox, Hitmontop, and Darkspawn. The main things I'm worried about are Scarf Lele, kind of destroys my team. I don't have much for it. Mega Gallade also destroys my team, and I also don't have much for it, and I removed my only check to it to get Klefki in. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Tangrowth is just really tanky. It's okay in the matchup, I think. But, it's a physical wall, and my team is mostly special attackers, and a lot of my physical attackers can break through the Tangrowth anyway. Empoleon, Bronzong, and Terra Tinglu I'm more worried about. My team has a hard time breaking through and Bronzong, especially Empoleon, since it can, recover. But Bronzong is bulkier and just generally more resistant to our hits. Kilowattrel's just really fast. I'm expecting a Scarf Kilo to revenge something like a Battle Bond Greninja or I don't know, Shell Smash Cloister, something, whatever. Tinglu is just really hard to break. It takes so little damage. Nothing one-shots Tinglu. And apparently not very much two-shots it either. Terra Delphox doesn't seem all too good into my team. It's kind of just... It's comparable to a Tapu Lele with a better speed tier, I guess. Especially if it goes Terra Fairy, then it basically is just Tapu Lele with a better speed tier. But I feel like there isn't too much reason for it to come when Lele and Gallade, I think, are always coming. Hitmontop can learn Rapid Spin. Other than that, seems pretty bad here. With AV, it's kind of like an okay semi-check to cure him, but it's not really. I feel like if it comes, it's only for spin. And Darkspawn checks Ape really well, and Ape is pretty decent into this team. Well, a normal Ape set isn't, but Scarfed Ape is. I don't really see Darkspawn coming. Overall, I think that the 6 will have to be Gallade, Tapu Lele, Tinglu, Bronzong, and then 2 of either Empoleon, Delphox, Kilowattrel, or Hitmontop. Of those, I think the 2 most likely are Empoleon and Kilowattrel, but Delphox could come as more Psychic spam because my Psychic resists aren't exactly the greatest, and I guess if they really want to spin, they could bring Hitmontop. Anyway, should get into what I'm bringing, and my first mon is also my win condition in Sword Dance Grafai. I put this mon on the team because I was like, ooh, they don't have a Ghost type. I can just Sword Dance up and then spam Body Slam after getting an Unburdened proc with my Sash. Unfortunately, Grafai doesn't get Body Slam, it only gets Facade and Double Edge. And since I knew I needed to be, well, not needed, but wanted to be Unburdened Sash, Double Edge was out of the question because I would just die, and Facade is really weak. But turns out Gunk Shot just hits the whole team neutrally, except for stuff weak to my coverage moves. At +2 attack with the EVs in Adamant Nature, Knockoff does minimum 97 to specially defensive Bronzong, and Low Kick does I don't actually know how much Low Kick does. Low Kick does, I think, 89 minimum to Spidef Empoleon. So Emp will die after Spike, Bronzong will die after Rocks. And I'm likely to have more chip on them if they're Fizz Def. Except Amp which can roast. And Tinglu gets 2-shot by low kick at +2. Yeah, Fist Out Tinglu takes like 50 from a +2 low kick. That thing is really bulky. Other than that, at +2, everything else just dies to Gunk Shot, so that's really good. Scarf Greninja is a wall breaker, and our offensive check to a Scarfed Lele, or a Scarfed Delphox, or a Delphox with a Flame Charge, or any of that sort of stuff. We have enough speed to outrun something. I think we just have enough speed for Delphox, so that we're faster than Scarfed Delphox. Gunk Shot, Ice Beam, U-Turn, Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse is really good offensively into this team. The only mons which resist it are Darkspawn, which isn't great here, and also doesn't have very good special defense. Hitmontop, which I also don't think is too good here, and Tinglu, which is a Terra Captain and might stop being a Dark type if I pressure it. With Greninja, Ice Beam hits Tangrowth and Tinglu. It also OHKOs Kilowatt Roll, U-turns for pivoting, and Gunk Shot is my way to kill the Lele. It also does a lot of damage to a lot of things. Yeah, we're also just max special attack, the rest in attack. Oh yeah, and Grafire is enough speed so that when Unburdened procs, we will outspeed max speed Timid Scarf Kilowatt Roll by 1 point, which is the very fastest thing on their team, without needing to spend a turn to click agility or something like that. So that's why I feel safe with this amount of speed on Grafire. Then we have possibly the worst Klefki set I've seen in my entire life. It's Spadef, Magician, with Rest, Defog, Foul Play, Toxic, and a Chesto Berry. Why'd I bring this set? Gonna be honest, I don't really know. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be my Lele check, but Klefki kept getting chipped down with Lele. And its main role though is to defog away hazards, because if hazards go up, then Grafire can't do its job, and that's really, really bad. In fact, this whole team that I've built is actually kind of really bad now that I think about it. All of my offensive Pokemon are choice locked or set up. And then I have this stupid Klefki. Anyway, Toxic lets me wear stuff down, everything except the steel types. Or like, what's this Pokemon called again? Tinglu, which is gone Terra, Steel, or Poison. Foul Play lets me do a lot of damage to Gallade if it tries to Sword Stance in my face under Psychic Terrain, thinking it, can't get Thunder Waved. And Defog removes Terrain and Hazards. The reason we're Magician is so that I can actually defog in terrain, because Psychic Terrain blocks Prankster moves, blocks priority moves on grounded mons, and Prankster makes defog priority, which means the only one on this team that I can hit with defog is the Kilowatt Roll and a Levitate Bronzong. And if turns out I did test it, if defog can't, it just fails, so I can't get rid of the hazards or terrain. It also gets rid of terrain, which I guess is kind of nice. Does it really matter? No, but it does weaken the psychic moves for a later Pokemon, maybe. Anyway, that's the idea. Next is Shox, who is just, I would say, a lead sacrificial hazard stacking set, but it's not my lead. Annihilape is. Unless there's a Darkspawn, in which case I'll lead something else, probably Greninja, because it has a U-turn. But yeah, it's just booster speed, Shox, max speed, so we get the booster speed, as much special attack as I could get, while still having booster speed, rest in HP. Our only attack move is Earth Power, because I don't care about hitting the Bronzong or Kilowatt Roll. Well, that's a lie, I just don't really care too much. Thunder Wave lets me slow down a Mega Gallade in case it tries to go for agility. It lets me slow down a Scarf Lele, which I will be faster than, to let me be able to revenge kill it with something slower than it. It also just lets me paralyze stuff in general, which is quite nice. And Rocks and Spikes are Rocks and Spikes. They're hazards. Earth Power is honestly not even that bad into this team offensively, especially if Tangrowth doesn't come and if either Bronzong or Kilowattrel isn't there. I could, in theory, use Shocks to Wall Break, but really it's just here to get up hazards and maybe paralyze a Tapu Lele or something. Then we have Scarf Ape, which I think is going to be my lead, unless there's a Dark Spun, in which case I'll probably lead Greninja. I haven't thought it through properly, because I just don't think Dark Spun will come. I hope it won't come, because Dark Spun's kind of scary. Yeah, with Scarf, enough speed to be faster than max speed Kilowattrel, unboosted, because Ape is naturally slower than Lele and also Darkspawn, but I don't respect Scarf Darkspawn, and I also don't respect Scarf Hitmontop. You might actually be faster than Scarf Hitmontop, not entirely sure. Anyway, U-Turn, Close Combat, Rage Fist, Phantom Force, Ghost type moves. Really good here. They don't have a normal, so their only Ghost Resist is Ting Lu, which is, a really good Ghost Resist. However, it is weak to fighting, and it is a Terra Captain, and it can terrestrialize out of that Ghost Resistance, which is really good. We have both Rage Fist and Phantom Force, because Rage Fist is good if I get hit, but there's not much on this team which I would be letting Annihilape get hit by. Like, the only things I'm really going to switch in on is, like, Empoleon if I think it might be going for Defog or Hitmontop. Basically everything else I'm not going to hard switch the Ape in on, and through Phantom Force lets me pressure everything without needing to get hit like I would with Rage Fist, because like 50 base power Rage Fist is very weak, obviously. It doesn't kill Gallade, it doesn't kill Lele, it doesn't kill Bronzong, it doesn't kill Dolphox. Phantom Force also doesn't kill Bronzong, but it kills the other three, and it also does like a ton of damage. It two-shots all of the non-Fizz Def guys. The only Pokemon it doesn't two-shot are Tingrowth, Darkspawn, Tinglu, and Fizz Def Empoleon, I'm pretty sure. Close Combat blows up Empoleon and pre-Terra Tinglu. U-turns for pivoting, and Rage Fist is in case I switch in on a Hitmontop, then I can click Rage Fist, which is a stronger button. We're running Defiant because I don't think anything's going to try and put us to sleep, and there's an Intimidate Hitmontop, and if I can switch in on an Empoleon defogging, and if I maybe have a Rage Fist stack, I can kind of just spam Rage Fist. This is our secondary win condition sort of thing. It's more of a broker, but it and Greninja can both be a win con if we remove the right pieces for it to win. And our final one is a bit of a silly set. It's not really, but it's Cloyster. Shell Smash Cloyster, Terra Normal Gem Explosion. That might sound overkill, but I will explain my reasoning. First, I'll go through the EV spread. We're 248 speed Adamant, which puts us 1 point faster than a choice max speed Timid Scarf Lele after we Shell Smash. Icicle Spear just hits things hard. And then we have Rapid Spin in case we're not in a position where we need to blow up. And I really want to get rid of hazards, and Klefki, I can't rely on Klefki too. And then we have Explosion. The idea behind this set is the three Pokemon that really stop Grafaiai and can be a problem are Empoleon, Tinglu, and Bronzong. And those all kind of also answer Cloyster, especially Tinglu, which I'm expecting Terra Water on, although I could also see an argument for Fairy or Steel. Or I guess like Ghost could also come, maybe, but I don't really think Ghost is coming. And Terra Normal Gem Explosion at +2 attack, if I Shell Smash, just Oko's Tinglu, unless it's Terra Steel, Rock, or Ghost. And if Tinglu dies, then it becomes very easy for Grafaiai to win. It can also just kill an Empoleon after Spike. We need Spike to kill Fizz Def Amp after Shell Smash, which is kind of sad, honestly. I thought this explosion would be stronger. And Fizz Def Bronzong also isn't a guaranteed kill. But if we get chill on it, it is. The idea is we shell smash and then we remove one of the things stopping Grafia from winning with explosion, and then we win with Grafia. Also, if the Empoleon doesn't come and the Bronzong and Tinglu are chipped enough, or the Tinglu just isn't a Terra type that resists ice and it gets chipped enough, then we can just win by Icicle Spearing after a Shell Smash. But I really want to click Explosion this game because it's funny. Also, I think it'll work. Anyway, yeah, this team looks kind of stupid. The Klefki and Cloister sets are questionable. However, I said this yesterday after doing some mocks, and I said, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something along the lines of, this team looks really stupid. If I gave it to a random person and told them to use it, they would say I'm stupid for the Cloister and Klefki sets, because admittedly, yes, they're stupid. However, they're stupid in a way which makes sense to me, and I kind of understand what I'm trying to do with it, probably because I'm the one who built it. So, even though it looks dumb and stupid, to me, it's a good set because I know what I'm doing with it. I know how I want it to work, at least, and how I hope it'll work. And if it works, then I get to click Explosion with a Cloister, and that's really funny. Anyway, that should just be the team builder. I don't really think I have anything else to say. Scheduling this week was very easy because my opponent's in GMT plus 11 and I'm in plus 10 instead of them being halfway across the world, so it was very easy to schedule a time. Yeah, I mean, it's not normally that difficult. I kind of just give out a massive list of times and then ask my opponent if any of them work. Anyway, getting off track. Team builder. Yes, this is the end of the team builder. This is the team. Hopefully I win. I hope it works. It's been performing in mocks, but mocks have not had Darkspawn or Empoleon, so I'm just gonna hope that those two Pokemon don't exist. Anyway, hopefully I win. See you in the battle. Okay, it is week what week is it? 6, I think? Probably 6. Anyway, it's Dark Tinglu and Fire Delphox. So I'm just gonna lead off with Ape. And click U-turn. Oh, because that's a Tinglu. Alright, 26. That looks to be especially defensive. Let's just put it as max def. Actually, no, I think it's Fizz Def, and that's just Mineral, right? Oh, wait, no, that's... Yeah, no, it's definitely Spidef. Okay. That's good to know. Just gonna go into Cloister. Rocks go up. I think I just Shell Smash instantly, right? Like, they could Whirlwind, but... actually... I don't think it's gonna go for a rock move. But, like, there's absolutely zero reason to Terra Shocks in this match. I think. So I will just Terra and Shell Smash in case they, go for, what's it called? Whirlwind? Yeah, that checks out. Well, that is awful. I'd just like to say, single worst outcome possible is bringing in, Graph. So now Graph is essentially useless. Do I die to -1? No, I did 38. Oh. Okay, well. Just gonna U-turn again. Go into this again. Get Whirlwinded out. U-turn again. The plan's kind of in the bin now. I need a win with Ape. But I've been hit, so I can just Rage Fist. Which is very good. Getting well-winded into Graphite is honestly something that I completely forgot could happen, because it has not happened at all. Since it's Spadef, it might actually be in Icicle Spear range. I think it is in Icicle Spear range, actually. I think I just sack off Graphite for a low kick here. It might kill if it crits. No way. In theory. Okay. This guy comes out. I just go for Gunk. It shouldn't kill me with anything. Air slash, don't flinch. Nice. Graphite gets a kill. That's good. Well, at least it did something from the dying. And now there's nothing on their team faster than Scarf Gren, so I can just click, 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 I guess. I think I just sack this for a gunk shot. Agility would be bad. Okay. Go for knock. I think I just go out into this, click Rage Fist. Do I two-shot amp? I two-shot Spadef amp. If it's not lefties. How much does this even do to Tinglu? It did 15. Okay, that's not very much. Back out into Cloister. Shocks comes in. I sack this for spikes. I don't really need shocked, I don't think. Why did I Terra Cloister so early? Okay. This Toxic it, I think. Here for Ruination, okay. I think I'm just gonna sack off Shocks. Yeah. Now I go out into Cloister. And I just Icicle Spear. Okay. And now, if Empoleon comes out, I just win the game. Okay, good game. Well played. Thanks for playing. Unless it's faster than me. Thanks for playing, guys. Oh, actually, no, I could still lose if it's Scarf. Either of those guys. I don't actually have a water type. Okay, this comes out. I reveal Scarf. Oh, to sneak kill. Wait. It has a chance. I think I have to risk it. Okay. This could be Scarf. It's not Scarf. Alright. And now I win if I land a gunk shot. Oh, okay, it's just Nosgoth. Oh, Annihilape. Ooh, what a Pokemon. That was a quick game. Yeah. It went very differently to how I expected. I probably should have stopped trying to hard switch closer in on the Tinglu and just, yeah. Anyway, yeah. 6-0 now. That's pretty good. See you in